Hi, we are going to take a look on how you can start your Windows Sandbox if you have no network connectivity. Most likely it's just an ordinary DNS problem and it can be resolved by using a config file to start it up with the presettings already, like I have done in an older version of this Sandbox hotfix. But I'm going to just show how you can do it in different ways. The easiest way is to start command prompt or something like that and type in a netsh interface command to change the DNS setting, just like this. Netsh interface IP set DNS on the Ethernet static 88888 is my selection on this one. So just push enter and you will see after a short while it should change the stat to internet access. You can see no problem at all. So now if I try to ping something like a Norwegian newspaper, it suddenly works. So that's the fastest way of setting it, by using command prompt. You could also do it a different way, in the old school way. The fastest way is done is to go into the control panel. In control panel, you will select network, network and internet. And here you will have the possibility to go into your Ethernet and change properties, IP4, and type in a DNS server. So that's two ways of doing it manually. Either by command prompt, that's the fastest one, or the old control panel. So if you don't want to do it this way, you can use the WSB file, WSB files to config your startup of Windows Sandbox. And it's just a file like this. Let me show you a version of it.
Here we can see my script. It's a simple file, but just do the logon command to run the PowerShell that runs netsh command to set the DNS server to 8.8.8.8, like the one I did in my manual. Just download this file or create it yourself. Give it a name that explain what you are doing, like mine, custom DNS, and use a .wsb, and you are good to go. To just double click the file and you will start up with a configured DNS on your Windows Sandbox. This file can also be used for a lot of different people, so you can go into my script for sharing Sandbox and have a little look of different things you can do. For instance, install applications and access a folder like I'm doing here. So there are a lot of possibilities. I hope this helped you getting your Windows Sandbox up and running again.